and try that again. Hi and welcome to the vlog. I'm Tova, this is Elin, we are ParentXP. Can you see that smile? Are we happy? Are we happy? Mwah, I'm happy. Right, trigger warning. In this vlog I'm going to talk about poop and nappies. Nappies for an 8-year-old girl. Because this is a vlog in which I'm going to talk about how to cope with antibiotics tummy when you have a child like Elin who is doubly incontinent, wears pads, need complete help with all of her personal hygiene. In case you've missed it, she spent 5 nights in hospital a week ago. Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I took her in because she went into one of her spirals of cluster seizures. But the reason we think she goes into these cluster seizures is because she's fighting an infection. And this time around we actually did get an answer. And the answer was bronchiolitis, which is a viral form of bronchitis. However, while she was in hospital, because she was laying down so much, she built up a lot of phlegm in her upper airways. I mean, you can still hear her rattling and now it's sitting up here rather than down here. But in hospital it built up here and it caused her quite a lot of breathing issues, and her oxygen saturation levels kept dropping and we needed to keep the oxygen mask on her quite a lot. She needed a nebulizer, she needed a deep suction. And as such, she came home on 2 different antibiotics. And whilst antibiotics are very, very good at killing bacterial infections, it also kills all the good bacteria in your body. And the result is that you get a bad tummy because there's a lot of good bacteria in your tummy that keeps you regular and things in a nice consistency and so on and so forth. And in Elin's case, when she gets antibiotic tummy, she explodes. And there is not a nappy in this world that can keep that contained, is there? No. No, there isn't. It's not pleasant. It goes everywhere. It comes up here, it comes up here, it shoots out. Yeah. I did warn you. Now, the positive thing about antibiotics poo is that it doesn't smell, or at least Elin's doesn't. The negative thing about it is that it's very acidic and it's causing really bad nappy rash. Her skin went so raw that there was actually some areas where there was a little bit of bleeding. And this is very painful. She was not happy about things and she complained a lot. I have 3 tips for how to deal with antibiotics belly, particularly when you have a child in nappies or pads. So this works for babies as well, right? And I have a little bonus tip and we'll get to that as well. My first tip is this. Conti pads, continence pads, bed mats, puppy pads, whatever you want to call them. Waterproof pads to protect things with. I put it on her bed, and she's actually sitting on one right now to protect the wheelchair. She is sitting in her school hoist sling as well, so it's protecting the puppy pad she's sitting on is protecting the hoist sling. So I have that underneath her wherever she's sitting, and I have that underneath her in her bed, because otherwise it's complete change of everything, and stripping the wheelchair down to wash it is possible, but it's not fun. Puppy pads, tip number 1. Tip number 2 is nappy cream. Now this one I thoroughly recommend. It's called Metanium. I actually call it adamantium, proving my geek credentials here, because this stuff is bulletproof. It is so good. It is seriously really, really good. So Metanium nappy rash ointment. It's a very thick cream. It's titanium dioxide, titanium peroxide, and titanium salicylate. I should have thought this through. Yeah, anyway. The secret with adamantium, the secret about adamantium is you spread it really thinly. It's tempting to spread it thick because it is quite a thick paste, but spread it out extremely thinly. You want to see the skin underneath. Seriously, one application, you can see a difference. When she came up with this really, really sore bottom, I went and bought this, and after 2 applications of this, her skin was pretty good again. And as I said, we had areas where she was so raw, she was actually bleeding. Do you like adamantium? Yeah. And the third thing, my third tip, is live bacteria. This one is Boots home brand. It doesn't really matter which brand you get. I have used this one this time around, and it seems to be doing what I needed to do. I have used BioCult in the past, and that has worked absolutely fine as well. But the whole point is to replace the good bacteria in the tummy so that we stop having these really explosive, horrible experiences. When did I start? I started on Sunday and it is Wednesday. And her assistant in school told me today that it's much better. We had a little bit of leakage, so she has had a change of clothes, but it wasn't up to her chest, which we have had. We've had from chest to knees. It's definitely helping. So Boots Good Gut Live Friendly Bacteria has been working really well. And as I said, in the past I've used BioCult and that has worked really well. So those are my 3 tips for dealing with antibiotics belly. Yeah. And a bonus tip is for the laundry, because it is difficult to get the stains out. It is really difficult to get the stains out. If you can, dry the laundry in the sun. If it comes out of the washing machine stained. It's, it's November and it's the UK, so sunlight is rather hard to come by here and now. But if you have sunlight, dry your stained laundry in the sun, because the sunlight will actually remove the stains. As it is, we haven't seen sunlight, and I have a couple of school t-shirts that are ruined. White polo shirts, massive stains on them that we can't get out. So there you are. What do we think? Have we done a reasonable hair? Yeah, Mummy's funny. Mummy's tired. Mummy is really, really bloody shattered because it takes a while to recover after Elin's been in hospital. So it is Wednesday today. She came home exactly a week ago. She came home Wednesday evening. And for the 5 days she was in hospital, I did 24 hours, her dad did 24 hours. And whenever we weren't with Elin, we were with Alice. And Alice is a child who wants to play and wants to be kept occupied and wants attention, and it was half-term holiday, so she wasn't in school. So it was a really, really full-on week. 24 hours in hospital, and then 24 intense hours with Alice, and then 24 hours hospital and 24 intense hours with Alice. So that was a bit full-on. And then when she came out of hospital, she still needed a lot of extra attention, so she stayed with her dad for 2 nights while Alice was with me, and we're still talking half-term, right? And then I had both girls over the weekend. And then I've had Alice. But I'm kind of hoping that we're going to have a nice chilled evening today, Elin and I, and go to bed early. I do think that whatever she has, this bronchiolitis stuff, that I've caught a mild version of it, or whatever cold Alice has, it's the same germs, right? My throat is sore, my head is a bit heavy, I'm a little bit sniffly. I'm not that bad, but I do feel like I'm fighting something. On the other hand, I had my flu jab on Friday, so maybe I'm feeling side effects of that. But I shouldn't feel side effects from a vaccination this long into it. So I probably had my flu jab whilst being a little bit immunocompromised, which is, well, if I have it this late in the year, I've only got myself to blame. The reason I have it so late this year is because the GP surgery I was with figured out that I've moved and they kicked me out. And I wasn't very happy with this because the timing was pretty bad. I'd basically contacted my GP and sought some help for depression, and 2 weeks later I get a really impersonal message from their administrative system saying, you have moved, you have 30 days to find a new GP. And I'm like, gee, thanks. Timing is awesome, because I don't actually want to do anything or deal with anything, and having to do adult organising, sorting out stuff is difficult right now. So it took me quite some time before I faced up to the fact that I really did need to get a new GP. I am on, I'm on thyroid medication, so I can't really run out of that, for example. Yeah, so I registered with a new GP surgery on Friday, and I was really lucky that they were able to give me my flu jab then and there. You're still really rattly, you know that. So she's going to have some chest physio today. We're going to have some nice dinner. How about a miso soup with brisket and noodles? Miso is also very good bacteria, good for your stomach, so it's actually a really good idea to give her that. 3 top tips for dealing with antibiotics belly in a doubly incontinent child, plus a little bonus tip for laundry, plus a little rant about the GP surgery system here in the UK. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Mwah.